Coming up on Mountain News this morning, organizations are asking for more donations and volunteers as the country braces for another hurricane. And a local sheriff is being recognized for his work to prevent animal cruelty.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. We are inching up to that 6 o'clock mark this Wednesday morning, and today is October 9th. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Dusmall for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, what can we look forward to today? Let's keep it positive.
Well, we can look forward to some nice temperatures, some sunny skies, and lack of rainfall. Today, overall, will be a nice fall day once we get over the low temperatures this morning. And in fact, taking a look at those current temperatures, we're going to be quite cool this morning. We're in the 40s for most of the area, 47 over there in Pikeville, 40 for Grundy. And if you're in Clintwood, you can see those 30s, 38 over there and 39 even in Irvin. And as we continue to go through the day, we'll luckily see that fog dissipate as well. Right now, most of the area is looking good with the fog, but the temperatures will rise up to the upper 60s and low 70s for your high. Cumberland Valley looking to be mostly in the lower 70s. In the Kentucky River Valley, we'll see some 73s possible here. 73 for Jackson, 73 for Beattyville and Staten as well. Last but not least, we have the Big Sandy Valley seeing the same temperature range, but Clintwood will be a little bit cooler on their high temperature today at 66. Next 12 hours, though, we'll see those beautiful sunny skies I just mentioned with no chance for rain today. High temperature 73 around 5 p.m. And sunrise will be in just a couple of minutes, 7:36 a.m. So stick with it and we'll see that sunrise soon. Madison?
All right, Megan, thank you. The American Red Cross is calling for volunteers as Hurricane Milton approaches after the devastation of Hurricane Helene. Right now, more than 2,000 volunteers are helping out, including nearly 30 from Kentucky. More than 500 are in Florida and another 400 are on the way. The Red Cross is offering virtual Heroes Needed training for people interested in sheltering and logistics roles.
You don't have to be anything more than a caring heart that wants to show compassion to people.
Volunteers should be ready to deploy within days with a 2-week commitment. The organization covers transportation, lodging, and meals. As many Floridians brace for impact from Hurricane Milton, some are choosing to stay put and weather the storm. WYMT's Alexa Minton talked with two native Kentuckians now living in Florida about their decision to ride out the storm.
Hurricane Helene was a warning. This one, I think the gravity of it is a lot stronger.
Hurricane Milton is barreling towards Florida with the promise of devastating storm surge, heavy rains, and damaging winds. Around 14 counties in the state are under some sort of evacuation order.
This time, there's no joking about it. Everyone is solemn.
But for two native Kentuckians, now Florida residents, they've made the decision to hunker down and stay through the storm.
I feel safe here in our home, also because we were tracking where it was supposed to hit.
Angie Roworth is from London, Kentucky, and now currently resides in the Tampa Bay area, where mandatory evacuation orders have been put in place.
It's hard to leave your home not knowing what it's going to be like when you come back. So sounds simple. People think you just hop in the car and okay, goodbye. And I used to think that too when I would hear that living in Kentucky. Oh, everybody should just leave their home when they're in Florida. But it's a very difficult decision to make.
For many choosing to stay, like Angie, as well as Lexington native Dana Fritz, it's about fully being prepared.
So we're preparing for the heavy winds. So my house, I have 20 sandbags, 4 quick dams, and windows have been shattered.
Traffic was terrible, even on the little road that we traveled on. The interstate has a lot of traffic, and even the hotels further in are starting to fill up with people evacuating.
And for folks like Angie and Dana, with gas shortages, traffic, and limited hotel access, they claim to feel safer staying put in their homes for now.
Feel pretty safe. That could be famous last words. I don't know.
If you were to evacuate 2 days ago or even left yesterday, I think it would have been fine. But at this point, I would not risk being stuck on the interstate.
For WKYT, I'm First Alert meteorologist Alexa Minton.
Dana and Angie both say they have gathered plenty of food, water, and other essentials to ride out the storm. Donations collected in Jenkins for people impacted by Hurricane Helene are now in North Carolina and Tennessee. Several loads of donations were filled throughout the week. A group of volunteers connected with a group in Kingsport, Tennessee that is distributing those items. Organizer Chris Anderson says it means a lot to see how folks impacted by flooding more than 2 years ago are now returning the favor.
You know, seeing that church's recreation building filled with the donations that we helped collect, you know, I took a Kentucky state flag with us down there, and I didn't do that as a, you know, any kind of dig or anything like that, but I wanted to show those folks what Eastern Kentuckians are made of and the love that Eastern Kentuckians have for, you know, for everybody, no matter what state flag you're under.
Anderson says they are pausing the collection of donations to shift into long-term plans for folks in need. Appalachian Regional Healthcare is collecting supplies for those affected by Hurricane Helene. If you want to contribute by donating, you still have time to do so. ARH will continue to collect supplies for Helene victims until Friday. You can go to the lobby of any ARH location and drop off items from 8 in the morning until 5 in the evening. Canned food, baby care items, and water can be accepted. A deadly helicopter crash in Owen County is still under investigation after 3 people were killed. Gail Ailman, Bethany Aiken, and James Welsh died when their air evac helicopter crashed Monday. Investigators were back on the scene yesterday to figure out what caused the crash. Kentucky State Police are handling the death investigation while federal agencies like the FAA focuses on the crash itself. The Estill County Sheriff was awarded the Humane Society of the United States Law Enforcement Award for working to defeat animal cruelty. Even though it is not usually a sheriff's job to protect animals, Sheriff Chris Flynn has stepped up to the plate in Estill County. Todd Blevins, Kentucky State Director of the United States Humane Society, says Sheriff Flynn's office has made it known that they take animal cruelty seriously.
We felt it was only the right thing to do to recognize all that good work with this award.
Last year, Sheriff Flynn shut down a puppy mill operation. He has also taken pets to be spayed and neutered to prevent overpopulation. Hunting season and forest fire season began earlier this month, and officials want you to know some general safety tips before heading into the woods. Game Warden Kyle Clark says to always wear hunter orange and make sure it's visible from all sides of your body. Clark is also warning campers to be cautious of campfires and knowing when it's appropriate to brighten the campsite.
One of those is you can't burn outside of the designated time, which is 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Be cautious of dry leaves and where the flames might go and the wind.
For more information about hunting and fire seasons, you can visit our website, WYMT.com.
We're looking to be quite nice this morning if you like the cold weather and if you hate the fog. Overall, it's going to be a good start. And taking a look out in Knott County, the Kentucky Mesonet at WKU provided this camera, and as you can see, there's not fog in the distance at all, and that's the way the day is going to be. If you are in Harlan or Middlesboro, you are seeing some fog right now, though. Current temperatures will be in those 40s, so again, if you like the cool weather, it's a great morning for you. But 41 in Hazard, 44 in Manchester. Overall, not too terrible, especially considering that our highs today will get into those low 70s. So if you don't like the cold, at least we're warming up just a little bit. Next 12 hours, though, we will be getting to that high with sunny skies throughout the way and no chance for rain. Back to you.
All right, Megan, thank you. And thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Still to come, the candidates react to new reports of former President Trump's reported connections to Vladimir Putin.